Hello guys, my name is Akash and I welcome you all on behalf of SuperGrads by Top Rankers here. In this video where we will be analyzing the PYP here, and the PYP that is going to be at discussion today is written here on your screen, JIPMAT 2022 English section. So we will be discussing this particular paper here, all right? So without wasting much time, we'll directly move towards the questions. हम questions पे काम करते हैं. So the very first question here in front of you is this one. All right. So this is a sentence rearrangement question. We all know that we use grammatical tools. We identify keywords, and a lot of things are there when we talk about rearranging the sentences when it comes to para jumbles. Also, when you talk about these things and such kinds of questions, जहाँ पर statement has been broken into four different parts, and you are supposed to arrange those parts in a logical and a proper order. So there हम लोग बहुत सारी ग्रामेटिकल स्ट्रक्चर सेंटेंस स्ट्रक्चर के बेसिस पे वो कॉल लेते हैं. सो हियर इफ यू टॉक अबाउट द फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इट रीड्स responsible for anything. What is who is responsible for anything? Not given. So P should not start here. Just go out there and try to eliminate the answers straight away. All right. So this is not there. So either R can start or S can start. R says that went wrong. So R cannot start again. That went wrong. So what went wrong? हमें ये भी नहीं पता because ये एक demonstrative pronoun है. So this gets eliminated. So SQ is fixed there. All right. SQ means what? We were told that we would be held what? Held that तो नहीं बोल सकते हो. We would be held responsible. So SQP. This is going to be the correct order. SQP is reflected in answer option C, Calcutta. That is how the correct answer for this one is C. So question number one, correct answer option here in front of you is C, Calcutta. Moving further to the next question. So question number two here. A person belonging to the same period with another person is called. So two people coexisting at the same time. The word here is contemporary. Contemporary matlab existing at the same time. So correct answer option straight away C, Calcutta. Successor is who follows. ठीक है, जो बाद में आएंगे वो successor है. Contemptuous is something which relates with contempt. Contempt का मतलब होता है disrespect. All right. And predecessor जो कि पहले होगा. So obviously the correct answer option here is C, Calcutta for question number 2. So question number 2 का आंसर हुआ C, Calcutta. Question number 3. Fill in the blank with a suitable word. All right. So brevity is the soul of wit. Wit is that precision of if you are able to use a particular word with some logic in a very correct sense. So that is wit. All right. So amusing manner में यदि clever manner में you can use a word, that is wit. And what is brevity? What is brevity? Brevity is that ability to be a very quick. All right. So brevity is the soul blank wit. So this here you are expressing this, explaining it. So आपको वहां पर वो correlationship establish करने वाला preposition चाहिए. O double F of ये तो अलग होने के सेंस में यूज होता है, तो we cannot use this, है ना. Brevity is the soul for wit नहीं हो सकता. For की जगह हमें जो better preposition है that is of. So correct answer option for question number 3 is gonna be C, Calcutta. Moving further to question number 4, fill in the blank with a suitable preposition. So preposition के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. He broke blank in the middle of his speech. ठीक है, तो speech के बीच में he broke what? So broke off cannot be used. Broke apart. Broke apart मतलब out of something, किसी चीज से अलग या separation होने के सेंस में आप वो यूज कर सकते हो. That sense is not created here. So B, Bombay gets eliminated. Broke down means अब हम बोल रहे हैं क्राई कर रहा है ना. So he was crying. Yeah, he broke down. He broke down मतलब he was not in his normal state of being. All right. So if I am giving that speech and I started crying in the middle of the speech, है ना, because something reminded me of something else जो मुझे थोड़ा सा sad बना रही है, sad feel करवा रही है. So that is when we use broke down. So correct answer option for question number 4 is C, Calcutta. All right. So after this we have a lot of questions, so we'll discuss all the questions one by one. All right, don't worry about that. Okay, so now question number 6, fill in the blank with the most appropriate word. As we all we have to fear is fear. तो भाई मैं किसके बारे में बोल रहा था कि all we have to fear is fear. तो यदि fear ये तो ये repetitive है ना, repetitive है तो reflexive pronoun लगेगा. Reflexive pronoun यहाँ पर किस sense में लगेगा? आर सेल्स, माई सेल्स, योर सेल्स तो लगता है जब मैं रिफर कर रहा होता इधर, मगर रिफर में रेफरेंस मेरा किधर है, fear पे ही रेफरेंस है. For fear, what kind of or which pronoun are we going to use here? Itself, because it is used. ये तो सारे personal pronouns हैं. So correct answer option for question number 6 is gonna be C Calcutta. Alright, तो ये C Calcutta के लिए आपका correct answer option हुआ. Question number 7 now. 7 में वो बोल रहा है आइडेंटिफाई द वर्ड विच मीन्स द सेम एज सिफ्ट. सो सिफ्ट मीन्स वर्ड टू एग्जामाइन समथिंग, है ना. सिफ्ट इज टू एग्जामाइन समथिंग. सो एग्जामाइन समथिंग इज गिवन एज आंसर ऑप्शन ए. दिस इज गोना बी योर करेक्ट आंसर ऑप्शन. व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट वर्थीनेस, सो समथिंग दैट इज वर्थ ऑफ हैविंग, ऑलराइट. तो वो चीज एक क्राइटेरिया फुलफिल करके हम बोलते हैं कि हाँ ठीक है, इट इज वर्थ हैविंग. यदि प्रॉब्लमेटिक बोलोगे तो इट इज अ नेगेटिव वर्ड, राइट. कैलेमिटी सम वेरी डेंजरस इवेंट, है ना, जिसके कारण कुछ नेगेटिविटी क्रिएट होती है. सो दैट इज कैलेमिटी. सो करेक्ट आंसर ऑप्शन फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 इज A. Agra. If you talk about question number 8 now, I prefer reading a book. Whenever you use, always remember this. Whenever prefer is used, you never use then, you never use some other conjunction over there. You use to, oh sorry, preposition over there. You use to with prefer. All right. So the direct answer option for this question is to. That is C Calcutta. If you knew this rule, all right. So that was for question number 8. Question number 9. This question here reads, pick out the correct sentence in passive voice of the following sentence. So a sentence is given here. This is in active voice because they want us to transform it into the passive voice structure. So this is the active voice structure sentence, and we have to transform it into passive voice structure. So we compel the enemy to surrender. We compel. This is verb second. If it is verb second, matlab it is past simple. If it is past simple, तो how are you going to do it? आप इसको ट्रांसफॉर्म करोगे, सो आपके जो हेल्पिंग वर्ब या बी वर्ब्स लगेंगे was or were, depending upon the number of the subject, followed by verbs third. All right. So let's see. The enemy is. This is present tense, so we can eliminate this. We compel the enemy. The tense is again changed. B. Bombay eliminated. The enemy was compelling. If was is written, so this is used correctly, but it is followed by verb first form ing, which is incorrect. Verb's third form is required there. So this one is again eliminated. C Calcutta. D, by the fact of elimination, is our correct choice. The enemy was compelled to surrender by, so this reflects passive structure. So correct answer option for question number 9 is D, Delhi. I hope you understood this thing, और आप लोगों को पहले से पता था कि इसको कैसे चेंज करते हैं हम एक्टिव वॉइस पैसिव वॉइस स्ट्रक्चर्स को. ऑलराइट, चलिए मूविंग फर्दर टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, दैट इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 10. देखते हैं कि 10 में क्या आ रहा है. सो दिस इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 10. Which of the following sentences is correct? तो हमें बताना है कि sentences में से कौन सा sentence ऐसा है जो correct है. He was selected the very best. If you are saying best, you're not supposed to further intensify it. तो आपने यहाँ से ये eliminate कर दिया. A, Agra. He was selected the more best. If you're using best, you cannot say more best. Best is unique in itself. So B, Bombay eliminated. C, he was selected the more better. Now again, you're doing the same thing. More better. है ना? Two comparisons together, eliminated. He was selected the best player of the tournament. So this is correct. If it is superlative degree of an adjective, definite article the is preceding it. And this is how this is going to be the correct answer option for question number 10. All right. So question number 11 here in front of us now. Which of the following sentences is correct? So we'll have to go through this and try to identify the grammatically correct sentence here. All right. So the funda here is, if you know about verbals already, so there are 4 verbals. जैसे हम बोलते हैं कि infinitive है. So infinitive is 2 plus V1 playing the role of a noun. So if the verb is used in this sense, it is known as infinitive. All right. If I say verb first form plus ing, this form of the verb starts playing the role of a noun. This is what we call gerund. All right. After that, present participle and past participle. Present participle means what? Verbs first form plus ing. If this construction starts the start playing the role of an adjective, that is present participle. And if verbs third form starts playing the role of an adjective, so ये चीज हो जाएगी आपकी past participle, है ना. So these are all the verbals. यदि यहाँ पर मुझे 2 plus verb first form दिया और negate भी करना है, so वो negate करने वाला कैरेक्टर यहाँ नहीं आ सकता बीच में. So देखो ये यहाँ पर प्रॉब्लम थी. The coach ordered the players to not leave. All right, so ये चीज यहाँ पर गलत हो जाएगी, A eliminated. If we talk about the second one, it says for not leave the company. So the two here is eliminated. It is not used. So this one again is not the correct structure. Third one, the coach ordered the player not to leave the camp. So the order is given. All right. So ordered. This form of the verb is correct. So C, Calcutta is the correct answer option. Why not D? Because the form of the verb is incorrect here in D Delhi. So this was for question number 11, and I hope you understood कि verbals क्या होते हैं. I hope you understood कि how are you going to go after such questions, and also ये answer क्यों हम लोगों ने C Calcutta mark किया है, ये भी आपको समझ में आ गया होगा, है ना? So moving further, this is the next question here. All right, अब यहाँ पर इनने हमसे पूछा क्या है, pick out the correctly spelled word. So हमें क्या करना है, हमें correctly spelled word यहाँ पे दिखाना है. So the first word gratuitous कुछ नहीं होता है, gratuitous होता है Gratous. So it is incorrectly spelled. So ये तो eliminate हो जाएगा. Occasional is the correct answer option. Double C comes. That's why यहाँ से C Calcutta eliminate हो जाता है. Double LA by लिखा हुआ है occasionally, यहाँ पर ये गलत है. So D Delhi eliminated. Answer is B Bombay for question number 12. To question number 13. All right. So moving further to question number 13. अभी 13 में क्या है? 13 में देखो. Pick out the parts of the sentence which has an error. If there is no error, you're supposed to mark no error. Okay. It wasn't necessary for her to take time off work. So work से छुट्टी लेने के बारे में बात हो रही है, absence from work के बारे में हो रही है बात. यदि absence from work के बारे में बात हो रही है, तो time off नहीं यूज होना चाहिए, वहां पर यूज होना चाहिए time off. OFF off यूज होना चाहिए. And that's why the correct answer option for this question is B Bombay. ठीक है. So let's move further और आगे चलते हैं और क्वेश्चन नंबर 14 के बारे में बात करते हैं. So this is question number 14 on your screen. 14 पे क्या चल रहा है? Pick out the correct sentence in passive voice from the following sentence. Again active passive वाला रूल है, हमें पता है कि हमें टेंसेस चेंज नहीं करना होता. So some boys were helping the wounded man. All right, some boys were helping the wounded man. So ये past में है, were helping है, तो यहाँ पर हमें क्या लगना चाहिए? हमें being मिलना चाहिए. यदि being मिलना चाहिए, because continuous tenses की passive voice structure transformation में the be verb we use is being. All right, let's just check for this thing only कि being मुझे दिख रहा है कि नहीं दिख रहा है. So यहाँ पर यदि देखोगे, so A में there is no being, so यहाँ से A eliminate हो जाता है. B, the wounded man was being helped. So अभी मेरा soft call है ये B Bombay. C, the wounded man is helped. यहाँ पर being है ही नहीं, eliminate कर दो. D, the wounded man was helped. यहाँ पर भी being नहीं है, D Delhi भी eliminate हुआ. So correct answer option for question number 14 is C B Bombay. All right. Moving further, this is question number 15. Pick out the part of the sentence which has an error. If there is no error, mark no error as the correct answer option. So it reads, a white rhinoceros is close to extinction. देखो, by denoting a single animal out of the species, if you are referring to the complete species, plural हो जाना चाहिए. So ये is नहीं आएगा. That's why the correct answer option is B, because वो singular है और हमें यहाँ पर plural चाहिए. Alright, so ये आपके 15 questions तक हम लोगों ने अभी analyze कर लिए हैं, है ना? We are almost halfway done. इतने ही कुछ questions हमारे पास बचे हैं. There is reading comprehension as well. So let's talk about the rest of the questions. So question number 16 now. Here it reads, which of the following sentences is correct? So हमें correct sentence find out करना है यहाँ पर. So though my grandfather is very old, but he is very active, and the comma place there is incorrect. So that's why A eliminated. Though and although, for your information, let me just tell you, though and although are followed by but or a comma. All right, but that comma should be very well placed as well. All right, so which is misplaced here. B Bombay says, my grandfather is not inactive for his old age. Is not inactive for his old age is the wrong construction here. All right, so B Bombay gets eliminated. C, my grandfather is without activities, but his old age, again the comma is incorrect. C, Calcutta eliminated. D, although my grandfather is very old, comma. So although is followed by comma, and then he is very active. So this reflects the correct structure of the sentence there. So question number 16, correct answer option is D Delhi. Question number 17. What figure of speech are used in the given sentence? And the sentence is, my beloved is like a red rose, right? So you're using the term like here. If you use this term like and you establish resemblance in between two characters, that is when you move towards simile. So simile is the correct answer option for the first one. So metaphor cannot be the correct choice because metaphor mein you do not use like or so, these kinds of words. So if I say you are a red rose, that is what metaphor is, all right? But if I say you are like a red rose, तो फिर वो metaphor नहीं, वो simile होगा. What is alliteration? Alliteration is when you repeat consonant voice sound there, all right? So repetition of the sound in the different words, तो वो होता है alliteration. So metaphor वहां से eliminate होगा, alliteration selected है. So correct answer option is बी बॉम्बे. अलिटरेशन के लिए एग्जाम्पल्स के लिए आपको बहुत सारे जैसे टंग ट्विस्टर्स होते हैं ना, वो टंग ट्विस्टर्स भी बहुत सारे आपके अलिटरेशन में आ जाते हैं. दैट इज वाई उनको बोल पाना जो तो है थोड़ा सा टफ हो जाता है. जैसे बोलते हैं ना, पीटर पाइपर पिक्ड अ पैक ऑफ पिकल्ड पेपर्स, राइट? अब रिपीट करो इसको बार बार, तो ऐसे ये रिपीटेशन ऑफ द साउंड, कॉन्सोनेंट साउंड, वो अलिटरेशन पे जाता है. So question number 17, answer was B, Bombay. Question number 18. When people are blank, as long as they hold fast to their language, it is as if they have the key to their prison. If you're talking about prison, the term that you should use or must use here is enslaved. All right, and enslaved is written here. So prisoners invalid there. Unslaved is nothing. Enslaved is invalid बिकॉज यहाँ पर आपने उसका जो फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब है वो सिंपल यूज कर लिया है ना. पीपल आर इंस्लेव्ड, तो यहाँ पर मुझे उसको पैसिव स्ट्रक्चर मतलब वर्ब V3 यूज करना था, एंड दैट इज देयर इन द थर्ड ऑप्शन. सो करेक्ट आंसर ऑप्शन फॉर 18 is C, Calcutta. Moving further to the next question, that is question number 19, spotting the error का यहाँ पर ये क्वेश्चन है. So the admission ticket entitling her to win a prize. Admission ticket ने this has happened, है ना. सो इट इज नॉट अ प्रोग्रेसिव थिंग, वो जीत चुके हैं, तो एंटाइटल्ड हर यहां पर ये करेक्ट निकलेगा. एंटाइटल्ड हर मतलब करेक्ट आंसर ऑप्शन इज बी, बॉम्बे, फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 19. मूविंग फर्दर टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, दैट इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 20. हियर टू वर्ड्स आर गिवन एंड अ सेंटेंस विद टू ब्लैंक्स इज गिवन, राइट? तो हमें ऐसे करके फिर काम करना है कि भाई वहां पर वो दोनों फिलर्स सबसे सही कहां किस ऑप्शन में रिफ्लेक्टेड है. वी आर ट्रूली ब्लैंक टू द मैनी हैंड्स एंड हार्ट्स दैट मेड दिस बुक ब्लैंक. अभी एक जगह मुझे बुक के लिए कुछ एक एडजेक्टिव चाहिए, कुछ रह रहे हो बुक के लिए उसने बोला है, और वी आर ट्रूली ब्लैंक, है ना. तो यहाँ पर हाउ वी फील ये पता है. So we can feel obliged, we can feel honored, we can feel grateful, we can feel thankful. So यहाँ पर I don't think कि बहुत ज्यादा differentiate हम कर पाएंगे, इसलिए we will go towards the latter part and try to get the answer from there. Book के लिए क्या यूज करना है? Book plausible हो? No. Book feasible book है. So again, feasible book is not the correct choice and expression. Flexible book, so again flexible book बनाना, यानी flexible book तभी भी चलो हो भी जाता कि book flexible है, आप उसको इस सेंस में बात कर रहे हो, मगर possible मतलब we could not have written this book without the help of these many people. All right, so that sense is created in C, Calcutta. That's why for question number 20, correct answer is C, Calcutta. Right. So question number 20 तक हम लोग पहुंच चुके हैं. Now let's talk about the rest of the questions. All right. So question number 21 here on your screen. Find out an appropriate synonym for the word ebullient. All right. What is ebullient? Ebullient is a person full with energy and confidence. All right. So that way, the correct answer option is energetic, because indolent is someone who is not willing to work and lazy. And lethargic is again a person who is full of laxity, मतलब again procrastinating thing, काम नहीं कर रहे, तो वो lazy ही है. ये दोनों के दोनों characters, तो एक ही हमारे पास बच रहा है ऑप्शन, that is B, Bombay, energetic. Athletic relates with athletes, ठीक है, तो वो चीज अलग चली जाएगी, फिजिकल परफॉर्मेंस के पास चला जाएगा वो. पिक आउट द करेक्ट सेंटेंस इन इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग सेंटेंस. इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच में हम लोग उस सेंटेंस को ट्रांसफॉर्म कर रहे हैं हमें. He said to me, what are you doing? All right, so if the verb of the reporting speech is in past tense, so we are supposed to change the tense of the reported speech. Reported speech is this one, जो कि inverted commas में लिखा है. What are you doing is present continuous. Present continuous से if you will change it, we will have to change it in past continuous. Past continuous अलग हो जाएगा, है ना. What are you doing? So देखो, he asked me, this is correct. ठीक है? What he was doing, what are you doing में जो second person है, second person I के साथ me के हिसाब से change होगा, मतलब I होना चाहिए, ठीक है? So what he was doing, the use of pronoun is incorrect, that's why A eliminated. B, he asked me that what. So if you are saying कि भाई what लगा हुआ है, तो what तो अपने आप में conjunction है और that भी conjunction. So you are using two conjunctions together. If you are using two conjunctions together, it will again be a wrong structure. See, he asked me what I was doing. By what I was doing, so यहाँ पर you are not using a question mark because now at this point of time you are recoding that statement and you're not using, you cannot use the question mark. All right, so what I was doing likha hua hai, this is not a question structure, so this one looks correct and the tense is also correct. ठीक है? He asked me why I was doing, you have changed this question word. All right, so that again is invalid, so correct answer option for 22 is C, Calcutta. Moving further to question number 23, neither of the players, if you have used neither, वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिव प्रोनाउंस में जैसे हम लोग देखते हैं नीदर, ईदर, ईच, है ना, एवरी, ये सारे सिंगुलर हो जाएंगे. इफ नीदर ऑफ द प्लेयर्स बोला है तो सिंगुलर हेल्पिंग वर्ब हैज टू बी यूज्ड. इफ सिंगुलर हेल्पिंग वर्ब हैज टू बी यूज्ड, तो हम यहां पर क्या यूज कर सकते हैं? आर इज प्लूरल, वर is plural, M we use with I. The only possible answer for this question is B, Bombay, that says is. All right. Next question, question number 24. Sooner did the chairman. This is correctly used. No sooner यदि लिखा हुआ है hardly, scarcely, you are supposed to use helping verb there. If did is used, so the verb should come in its verb first form. Alright, तो verb first form पे कहाँ लिखा हुआ है? सिर्फ एक ही ऑप्शन है मेरे पास, that is C, Calcutta. तो C is the correct answer option for 24. Question number 25 में rearrangement करना है. Alright, so R से start हो सकता है, P से start हो सकता है, S से start हो सकता है, Q से start हो सकता है. P बोल रहा है for 5 years I was sure, so this can start. Okay, when I decided to go abroad, ये भी हो सकता है. That my grandmother would be upset. अब that my grandmother would be upset is explanation of something. कुछ बता रहे हो आप यहाँ पर, so this should not start. If this should not start, मेरे पास यहाँ से A eliminate हो जाता है. ठीक है? And at her age, one could never tell. किसके बारे में बात कर रहे हो आप? ग्रैंडमदर के बारे में बात कर रहे हो. मतलब आर पहले आना चाहिए, एस बाद में आना चाहिए. आर पहले आना चाहिए, एस बाद में आना चाहिए. आर पहले आना चाहिए, एस बाद में आना चाहिए. You've got your answer. You could have also identified a mandatory pair, and that was PR. So PR was a mandatory pair. Why? For 5 years, I was sure. Sure of what? Sure that my grandmother. All right. So the correct answer option for question number 25 is D, Delhi. D, Delhi is correct for question number 25. Okay, so question number 26 to 30, ये वाला एक सेट है जिसमें हमारे पास एक आरसी था. अब ये बोल रहे हैं a man's growth from barbarism into civilization is supposed to be the theme of history. ठीक है, so barbarism से आप civilization पे कैसे पहुंचे, वो एक हिस्ट्री का थीम है. This is what they are saying. But sometimes looking at stretches of history, it is difficult to believe that we are very much civilized or advanced. तो वो बोल रहे हैं कि अभी भी भाई हम सिविलाइज्ड है और एडवांस है. इट इज अ बिट हार्ड टू बिलीव, है ना. सो ये चीज एक अलग चीज है. आगे बात करते हैं. फिर वो क्या बोल रहे हैं? There is enough of want of cooperation today as we see one country or people selfishly exploiting another. So भाई यहाँ पर requirement of cooperation because जो एक country है वो दूसरे country से competition में and all those things, they're trying to move further and they're trying to just supersede है ना each other's performances. All right. If we talk about the later part here, ये बोल रहा है man in many ways has not made very great progress from the other animals. Still, we look down upon the insects as almost the lowest of living, and yet the tiny bees and ants have learned the art of cooperation and of sacrifice for the common good far better than man. So what is he saying? They are saying कि okay, we look down to these species like ants के बारे में आप बात करोगे या तुम बात कर रहे हो दूसरे एनिमल्स के बारे में, बीस के बारे में आप बात कर रहे हो, है ना. तो अभी लुक डाउन कि भाई यार नहीं ये तो बहुत टाइनी से क्रिएचर्स हैं. बट if you talk about developing the sense of cooperation there, they have developed the sense of cooperation. They cooperate for the common good, and we are far away from them when we talk about this comparison. All right. If mutual cooperation and sacrifice for the good of society are the test of civilization, we may say that bees and ants are superior to man. Again, the same thought that these insects are superior to us because they have got that, developed that sense of cooperation for the common good. The old saying goes as follows: for the family, sacrifice the individual. For the family, sacrifice the individual. For the community, the family. For the country, the community. And for the soul, the whole world. So this is how sacrifice should be made. If teachers, it teaches us the lesson of cooperation and sacrifice for the larger good, which we may have forgotten. How wonderful it is to see men and women and boys and girls smilingly going ahead on the path of progress without carrying any pain or suffering. Well, may they smile and be glad for the joy of serving a great cause which is theirs, and for those who are fortunate comes the joy of sacrifice too. So again, giving emphasization or putting emphasization upon the art of sacrificing, and also the art of having cooperation for the common good. All right, let's move towards the question. So question number first on your screen. तो पहला जो क्वेश्चन है वो आपके सामने यहाँ पर, let's see ये क्या बोल रहा है. How can we be truly civilized? भाई हम truly civilized कैसे हो सकते हैं? So again, cooperation, common good, sacrifice, उसके बारे में बात की है. By getting more wealth, no, it is not there. By getting more power, again it was not talking about power. By getting higher education, no, education was also not there. The passage was talking about mutual help, cooperation, sacrifice. So that was reflected in the Delhi. So correct answer option is D. Question number 27. Animals are superior to men because of their what? क्या डिफरेंस था वहां पर? फिर वही बात है कोऑपरेशन की, एंड दैट इज गिवन हियर इन बॉम्बे. केयर फ्री लाइफ वी कैन नॉट रिलेट. रूड एंड ब्लाइंड बिहेवियर, उन्होंने ये बोला ही नहीं कि एनिमल का रूड एंड ब्लाइंड बिहेवियर है. एंड फिजिकल स्ट्रेंथ, नो, दिस वाज नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट फिजिकल स्ट्रेंथ. The topic was is a spiritual one or a social one rather. All right. So correct answer option is B, Bombay for 27. 28. What is the theme of the above passage? The rise and fall of the empires. Now it is not talking about empires. It is talking about human entity and the sense of cooperation there. All right. B. Man's search for the truth. It wasn't about the truth. It wasn't about coexistence. C. Man's moral and spiritual development. Yes, because moral development includes making sacrifices, includes the ability to have cooperation and coexist. All right. So C, Calcutta is that topic जो कि include कर रहा है इन सारी चीजों को. So we can select that. D. Man's quest for idealism. Idealism is what is the perfect world. इस तरीके से बात वहां हुई नहीं. तो correct answer option is C, Calcutta for 28. 29. What is the basic reason for exploitation of one man by another? भाई क्या था बेसिक रीजन? देखो, टर्पिट्यूड का मतलब ये होता है विकेट बिहेवियर. ऑलराइट. सो जो डिप्रेव बिहेवियर है या विकेट बिहेवियर है, उसके लिए हम टैपिट्यूड का यूज करते हैं. तो वो विकेट बिहेवियर ऑफ व्हाट नाउ, बिकॉज फॉर द कंपटीशन, कट थ्रोट कंपटीशन वी वांट टू क्रश एनीथिंग दैट कम्स आवर वे, है ना, और उसको उसको हम खत्म करके आगे जाना चाहते हैं. दैट इज व्हाई cooperation is missing there. So moral turpitude is there because हम वहां पर जो हमारे wicked beliefs हैं, जो हम moral ethical values को follow कर रहे हैं, there are loopholes. All right. So A, Agra is the correct answer option. Lack of education and ethics. High ethics तो positive हो जाएगा. Lack of education is not mentioned in the passage. Weakness of some people. In what sense? ये भी हमें देखना था वहां पर. So ये यहाँ पर mentioned नहीं है, इसलिए vague हो जाएगा. Correct answer option वो A, Agra. Now, question number 30. Pick out the correct sentence in indirect narration of the following sentence. He said, how wise I am. How wise I am. So, he said बोला है, how wise I am. यदि उसने बोल रखा है, तो यहाँ पर ये exclamation का सेंस आ रहा है. exclamation का सेंस आ रहा है, तो exclaimed होगा. यहाँ से regretted eliminate हो जाता है. ठीक है, exclaimed लगाया हुआ है, तो that लगाना करेक्ट था. I am very wise में आपने टेंस ही चेंज नहीं किया है. ये रिपोर्टिंग स्पीच पास्ट में, तो आपको रिपोर्टेड स्पीच का टेंस चेंज करना पड़ेगा. राइट. अब दैट ही वाज वेरी वाइज एंड आई वाज वेरी वाइज, तो ही सेड हाउ वाइज आई एम. सो ये जो आई है, ये यहाँ पर इसके अकॉर्डिंग चेंज होगा. So the first person pronouns change according to the subject of the reporting speech. So he is written there. So he should go. He should come here. और he यदि आएगा तो B, Bombay. A, Agra gets eliminated. So question number 30. Correct answer option is B, Bombay. Right? Okay. So question number 31 on your screen. Pick out the antonym of the word dissimulate. Dissimulate is to conceal something or to hide something. All right. So if you're concealing something, opposite of that would be revealing something. Is that there in the option? Yes. यहाँ पर reveal लिखा हुआ है. So the correct answer option is reveal. Concrete करना is to fix it. All right. Circulate करना is to make it available for all. All right. Circulate करना है उसको. Conceal करना is the synonym of dissimulate. All right, to conceal is to hide something. So correct answer option for question number 31 is D, Delhi. Question number 32, pick out the correct sentence from the following sentences. He didn't लिखा हुआ है, didn't है तो like आना चाहिए. तो यहाँ से A आगरा भी eliminate होता है और haven't liked है ये. ओके इसको अभी छोड़ देते हैं. He didn't like यहाँ पर भी लिखा है. He hadn't liked तो hadn't के साथ क्या होना चाहिए? Hadn't liked. So this is again a wrong form of the verb. So B Bombay gets eliminated. He haven't liked to attend the lecture. है ना. अब haven't ही सिंगुलर है तो haven't नहीं होना चाहिए. होता भी तो has होना चाहिए था. So यहाँ से C Calcutta eliminated. D he didn't like did लिखा हुआ है तो यहाँ पर verb first form लगेगा. This is the grammatically correct structure. So question number 32 correct answer option is D, Delhi. Question number 33 now. As I haven't seen, if I haven't is written, then it should follow. It should be followed by verbs third. So seen होना चाहिए. Seen होना चाहिए तो A में ही error है. A में ही error है तो answer for 33 is A, Agra. Okay. I hope you understood कि error क्या था. Question number 34. Pick out the antonym of the word jocund. Jocund is jovial, someone who is happy. All right. तो happy है तो opposite लेके जाओ. Opposite लेके जाओगे तो sad होगा. Sad होगा तो gloomy होगा. तो correct answer option here is gloomy for question number 34. All right. So this was this set of Rohtak. हम लोगों ने इसको एनालिसिस पूरा किया है. आई होप ये एनालिसिस आप लोग देखेंगे बहुत अच्छे से और इसमें आपको ये भी समझ में आएगा कि वो क्वेश्चंस जो क्वेश्चंस का पैटर्न है वो कैसा है. आपको ये समझ में आएगा कि व्हाट इज द डिफिकल्टी लेवल ऑफ दिस एग्जामिनेशन. यू विल बी एबल टू spot the types of questions and you will be able to come up with the approach that is best suitable to go after such questions in and how to excel this particular examination. All right. So I hope this works for you guys. I hope you've got a lot of learnings and takeaways out of this session. Let's reconnect in the next session with another paper. Okay. Chaliye. So bye bye. See you in the next session, guys.